Hello, my name is Glenn Lopez. I'm from Passaic High School, and this is Frankenstein, created by Mary Shelley. Frankenstein contains a lot of philosophy and feminism views because Mary Shelley's parents, she had a great philosopher father, and her mother was a feminist. Now, some of the philosophical views in here is man acting like God. Can man act like God? What happens to a man when he acts like God? A big inspiration to this was a story called Prometheus, which man got the abilities of God. In this case, a man named Victor Frankenstein created life. Now, another feminist view in here is man gives birth, and it's usually woman that gives birth. That shows another sign of feminism in here. Now, back to the philosophy of God. Victor Frankenstein, he gives life to this corpse, a corpse that comes back alive. But things didn't end up like exactly how he wanted. The monster, instead, he was judged. They ridiculed him because of the way he looked and the way he acted. The monster, in this case, retaliated against Victor for making him the way he was. The monster left. It went on to view human society, where it learned about love and everything else. Eventually, the monster learned how to talk properly. He then confronted Victor Frankenstein and told him, "Look what you've done. You must take responsibility. I want love, so make me a wife." Victor eventually agreed. But then again, inside his mind, he knew what he did, he has to stop. So he killed Frankenstein's wife. He basically buried it under the sea. This angered the monster. The monster took back revenge, and a whole bunch of events happened. Either way, it ends with Victor Frankenstein dying and the monster feeling bad for killing his creator. He didn't kill him with his own hands, but the agony and the pain he caused him. Then the monster decides just to wander off and die on his own. It goes to show us, what are we willing to do for love? What are we willing to do to get an understanding of life? As for the women in this story, many of them are viewed quietly, silent. They don't really speak too much. Which then goes to show the feminist values. Mary Shelley herself wrote this after having a miscarriage, which means that explains the whole birth thing, man giving birth. The miscarriage, the woman being silent, man playing God, all this, all portrayed from her life too. Frankenstein is a good book too. It's very entertaining, and it's following great numerous versions of it. Either way, it's just basically the story of man playing God and how the consequences come up to get him. No matter what happens, man shouldn't play around with things that are meant to be. For like example, was AIDS created for a reason? Should man try to cure AIDS? Should he? Should he try to stop something that is created for a certain reason? Should man bring life back to the dead? Should man do all of this? And why? Do they know that actions might have great consequences? And this book explains it all. We shouldn't play around with stuff that we are not meant to do. Man is not supposed to give birth. Man is not supposed to play God. Man is to remain as man. To live, learn, and love.